Algebra 1, Unit 5, Lesson 5, Understanding Decay. So this lesson is our second day of exponential decay. We're going to look at it from a slightly different perspective, and it's a little bit more challenging. So for our warm-up here, the question is, how much is left? So the first one says, if you have 3 cookies and your friend eats 1 cookie, how many do you have left? Should be pretty simple, but I'm going to draw you a picture anyways. So if you have 3 cookies and we eat 1 of the cookies, we are left with 2 cookies. Pretty simple. Similar idea if you have a pizza and it's cut into 8 slices and 5 of the 8 slices are eaten, how many do we have left? So again, I'm going to draw you a picture. Circle for my pizza. We're going to cut it up into 8 slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we eat 5 of them, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 are gone. We are left with 3 slices. Oops. So let's try the last one here. If you have a cake and it's cut into 10 pieces and only 3 are eaten, how much is left? I can't draw a cake very well cut into 10 pieces, so I'm just going to draw 10 squares. So 2, 3, 6, 9, and then I just need one more. 10. Okay, so if we eat 3 of them, so 1, 2, 3 are gone, we are left with 7 pieces, or 7 slices. It's cake, I don't know. 7 pieces of cake. So we're going to use this idea of how much is left for this lesson. Okay, so let's look at the next activity. It says that every year after a new car is purchased, it loses 1/3 of its value. So loses means we are subtracting 1/3, okay, from the original value. So if you think about this as our 3 cookies and we lose 1 of them, how much do we have left? 2 cookies. So to fill out our table, we are going to keep 2/3 of the car's value. Okay, so if the car's value, that's supposed to say was 54,000, complete the table. Okay, so year 1, 54,000. We lose 1/3, but we are going to keep 2/3 of the car's value. So we're going to multiply by 2/3. 54,000 times 2/3. We get 36,000. Then we'll multiply by 2/3 again. 24,000. Multiply by 2/3 again. 16,000. 2/3 again. Start getting decimals here. 10,666.6. That works for me. Times 2/3 again. 7,111.1. So again, if we lose 1/3, we are left with 2/3. That's what we wanted to multiply by. If we were to write our equation, it's the same as we've done the past 2 lessons. So we start with 54,000. We're going to multiply by 2/3 x number of times. So we're going to use the equation for when t is 10. I just used an x. So they want to know about 10 years. I didn't follow our table, so let's pretend that says 4 and that says 5. Okay, anyways. If we use our equation, we're just going to replace our x value with the number 10. And we'll type that into our calculator here. So we have 54,000 times 2/3 to the 10th. Our answer is 936.44. Okay, if I wrote a little fast, go ahead and hit pause and copy down what you missed. But again, we multiplied by 2/3 because that's how much of the car was left. If you're ready to move on with me, the next activity we are talking about a gift card. So this says that Francisco has a $100 gift card to Habaneros. Unfortunately, he misplaced it and hasn't found it in months. Every year it goes unused, it's going to lose 1/4 of its value. They want us to complete the table. So the gift card starts at $100. We are losing 1/4. How much is left? So think about it. If we have 4 cookies and we lose one of them, we are left with 3 out of the 4 that we had. So we are going to multiply by 3/4 to get our next number. So if we do 100 times 3/4, we get 75. We're going to multiply by 3/4 again. We get 56.25. Multiply by 3/4 again. We get 42.18. I'm not really rounding, so times 3/4 again, we get 31.64. So again, we multiply by the 3/4 because that's how much we have left. If we lose 1/4, you subtract out the 1 of the 4, leaving you with 3. So how much of the gift card value was left after each year? 3/4 was left. That's our growth factor. They want us to write an equation. We start with 100. We multiplied by 3/4 x number of times. Once you have your equation, then we can use our equation. What is the card's value after 7 years? So in the equation, the 7 is going to replace the x. So on Desmos, we're just going to type in 100 times 3 over 4 to the 7th. So after 7 years, there's only $13.34 left on the card. Okay, so again, if you missed anything or I wrote too fast, go ahead and hit pause and then move on to the next activity. Okay, our next one's kind of a review of what we've been doing, so not this new stuff. This is talking about insulin in the body. They give us a graph. They want to know what is happening from one reading to the next. Is it, I should give you guys options here. Is it increasing or is it decreasing? So if you look at our numbers, we go from 90, I'm going to highlight them instead, sorry. 90, 81, 72.9. So we are going down. So we are decreasing. The next question is asking, what would you multiply to get the next reading? So they want to know what's the growth factor. So 90 times what equals, our next number is 81. To solve this, you just divide by 90 on each side. So x equals, use our calculator, 81 divided by 90 is 9 over 10. On the calculator, make sure you hit the little fraction button in the blue. It changes it from decimal to fraction. Not sure if you can see that. But that is the value that we would multiply by. So now that we have our growth factor, we can complete the table by multiplying the 9 over 10 to get the next number. So we have 72.9 times 9 over 10. Not a whole lot of space here, but this says 65.6. We'll just do that. And then times 9 over 10 again, and we get 59.04. So we found the growth factor. We use that by multiplying to get the next number in the table. Part D says to write the equation. So we started with 100. We multiplied by 9 over 10, x number of times. Once you have the equation, you can use the equation to find the amount after 10 minutes. So 100 times 9 over 10. The 10 is going to replace the x value in our equation. And we're going to have to type this into Desmos to get our answer here. So 100 times 9 over 10 to the 10th. We have 34.86. 2 decimal places. Okay, again, if I went a little fast with writing, go ahead and hit pause and catch back up. Once you have done that, you are ready for the check your understanding below. And you've got 3 problems to try and turn back into Canvas.